My first guest is the writer, producer, and star of the very, very funny HBO series, The Larry Sanders Show, which the LA Times called an instant classic. Just add water. Instant classic, ladies and gentlemen. The second season of the show kicks off tomorrow night at 10 p.m. A fine program. Please welcome Garry Shandling. I think your clip-on fell off. Your tie there.
No. Oh, it did. I also had some clip-on sunglasses, and they seem to have slipped on.
All right, hey. Now we gotta get right to it here, because you like this is.
I just can't figure where I feel like I'm out to sea when I watch the show and I get seasick because we're out in the water.
This is. You might recognize this. Do you recognize this?
I don't know where we are.
This is the scene from Baywatch. From the lifeguard station?
I thought it looked familiar, but you don't have the babes running around here. Baywatch,
no, they're in the bushes.
Baywatch has the babes.
Now, what's going on? Now, you wouldn't answer my question late night. Now, I hear all these late night rumors.
All right,
are you going to follow Dave? Are you going to go to CBS?
Let's get it all over with now. First of all, NBC made me this very generous offer.
I see.
And, of course, I can't discuss the amount of money that it was.
I certainly understand.
But I could have made love to Demi Moore 20 times.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Now,
assuming that was physically possible, of course. I mean, it's a hypothetical.
I don't think there's been any question about my sexual prowess at any time.
Certainly not from me.
No. Okay, well, let's get right to something that bothers me about you.
All right, go ahead. Where do you go?
Actually, I decided to stay on cable where the money is not as good, and I don't want to discuss that amount, but let's just say I can make love to...
So where you're on cable now, you could maybe...
All right, Jay, I was going to say
maybe you could
funny.
take Demi out for dinner.
No, I was going to say I can go to bed with Vicki Lawrence twice. But you stepped all over it. It's like a nightmare.
Now, what is this? Oh, I was on a...
This is Jay on Penthouse.
I was on that last month?
All right, now here's the question I have to ask you.
Yeah.
Is this your motorcycle?
No, that's not my motorcycle.
Well, look, I don't know much about motorcycle, but look at the tanks on that thing. Now, who's the woman? Is this Mavis?
No, that is not my wife. No,
that's not your wife. That's not your motorcycle, and yet you accuse me of...
Those were shot in 2 different states and put together afterwards.
That is not the right way to do it.
I am on so many magazine covers, I can't even find which ones were.
My girlfriend
now, let me ask you about that.
On the Larry... You don't have to ask me, I'm telling you.
Okay.
My girlfriend... I said, let me tell you about my girlfriend. You go, let me ask you.
Oh, but I thought you were going to... What are you going to tell me about your girlfriend?
Don't worry, this is fine, I'm happy.
Right.
So, what were you going to ask me?
Now, isn't she... going to be in a major... I would not have brought it up.
My girlfriend is going to be, who plays Darlene on the Larry Sanders Show. Mm-hmm. My girlfriend's going to actually be in Playboy. We wrote an episode where her character on the show is in Playboy, and then Playboy asked her to actually be in Playboy in reality. So this will be a chance for me to see her nude.
Oh, really? So she's going to be nude in the magazine?
She's going to be nude in the magazine.
Now, does that bother you at all?
Huh? No, Jay, enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
I don't know what you make, but maybe you'll be able to be with her 20 times.
Oh, really? I'm not sure what that means.
Well, it has something to do with practicing alone.
Oh,
now, listen.
Now, did she shoot this already?
Let's keep going.
Has she shot it already?
She shot it already.
Now, were you at the shoot?
No, I didn't go near the shoot. I haven't seen any of it yet. I just can't wait to find out what her turn-ons are. And that'll be hopefully all listed. She was, she and my mother had a nice art. Mother's Day was a couple weeks ago, and my mother showed up. And she... I love you, Mom. My mother's watching right now, taking that personally. She doesn't know these are jokes.
Right. I can understand that. Yeah, go ahead. Go.
I wanted to get my mother a video phone for Mother's Day because she doesn't get cable, so she can't see me. So I wanted to get her one of those video phones that are just out, and I was going to get one, and she was going to get one, so you can see each other while you're talking. But then I realized I wouldn't be able to roll my eyes while she's talking on the phone. You can't go, yeah, Ma, right. Yeah, no, the earthquake was in Peru, okay, Mom? It's fine. So she and my girlfriend had a big fight because I'm building a house, and I took them up. It's about 2/3 finished, and I took them up there, and they both had a big fight over who was going to move in when the house is finished.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but we'll get that worked out.
Now, how long have you been going out? You two have been going out a long time.
My mother and I have been together. I feel old. I'm 43. I've been with her 40. I'm getting close to Clinton's age, which I find to be so incredibly odd that I am nearly the age of the President of the United States. It's frightening to me. Mick Jagger is older than the President of the United States.
Yeah.
You realize
and a grandfather.
And a grandfather. And Keith Richards, well, see, there are advantages to getting old. People look at Keith Richards now and go, he looks good. We can add, okay, I'll keep going.
No,
but when I look at
Gordon, you had a stroke.
I have more. No. No, you'll know
when
when I have a stroke, someone will go, and be the crowd or something. This is nice. So listen, no.
You want to take a break and come back?
No, please, no. So you have to take a break?
Why don't we take a break? We'll come back. You can collect your thoughts.
My thoughts are collected.
That's what I was afraid of. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Be right back with Garry Shandling. The music of your people. Well, it is. It's good music. It's a compliment.
Go ahead, keep going. Let's see you get out of it.
I'm not getting out of it. That's like every Jewish wedding. So what were you saying about Clinton? Go ahead. You were talking about being old.
And what group of people do you belong to?
I am part Italian, the Italian and Scotch people.
Lucky you.
See, we have the... Oh, that's fine music.
Shut up.
It's terrific music.
There's nothing more frightening than saying something that's funny that offends millions of viewers.
That's not offends millions of viewers. You know what? I said Jewish wedding music. You hear wedding and you get scared.
Jewish? I didn't know you were talking about Jewish.
That's Jewish wedding music.
Well, now I'm really insulted. Would you shut up?
Well, what were you saying about Clinton? Go ahead. Now you're complaining about Clinton.
Clinton, who is nearly is older than me.
Right.
Because I look at Clinton and Gore, and to me, I swear to you, they look like fraternity guys. You know that they're just going to trash the White House. They're not getting their... I swear, I mean, you look at them and you know 4 years from now they're not going to be getting their cleaning and security deposit back. They're going to make a shambles of that thing. Mm-hmm. And the gay thing in the military, you know, now the Marines may have to change their slogan from "the Marines are looking for a few good men" to "I think Sarge likes me."
Really?
This is going to be their new slogan.
Well, we're talking about offending large groups of people.
So it's just a different, it just seems like a whole different world now. We have they have a female condom, which it's about time. I can't wait to see that big indention on the side of women's purses. And because we men certainly had to deal with that in the wallet. And also, you know, as I get older and I think about having kids, I realize the talk that I'm going to be having with my kids when they get older is going to go something like this. You know, when I was your age, I walked 6 miles to school every day without a handgun. I think you can too. Okay? So I just feel like I'm getting older because I think the world is really changing. I try and listen to rap. I like some rap music, and I try really to force myself to listen to it because I thought my parents were really, I used to make fun of them because they didn't like rock and roll.
Right, right.
So, and I think subliminally, that's why I don't want to have, subconsciously rather, that's why I don't want to have kids, because I'm afraid that I'll have people around the house making fun of me, you know, and this way I can just sit home alone listening to Air Supply thinking I'm cool.
Right, yeah, right. Yeah.
But the kids are just going to make fun of me. I know it. So do you want to ask me about that rumor?
Yeah, you didn't answer. You didn't answer. All right, now the big rumor is you're going to go on after Letterman on CBS. That's the big rumor. Now, is that going to happen?
Well, I'm going to tell you the truth again, which we never got around to. And if I seem a little down, was actually hoping to get the Connie Chung spot with Dan Levy.
Really?
Yeah. But they gave it to a woman. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's the year of the woman.
Year of the woman?
My mother's going to be in Jugs next month.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, you haven't answered the question. Now, are you going on after Dave? This is the big one. I pick it up every day. Shandling to leave the Larry Sanders Show. Go on CBS following Dave.
I can't comment on anything about CBS, about the
Why? Nobody cares?
Soviet arms sales that are going on that are... I just... No one... Now you say no one cares. You went from... no one cares, or you're...
You can say. Nobody's watching by this point. Tell us. Come on, you want to know, don't you? Yeah. Come on, let's hear it. This is what live television is supposed to do.
I get enough pressure from women. I like being on cable because I can't stand this competition, this intense competition that you have to face. I'm against body shaping and the guy who sprays his head with the paint. Okay? That's all I have to worry about. And if you ever see me spray my head with a can of paint, kill me. Just rip the can out of my hand and beat me with it.
Yeah?
Because it's paint.
Yeah.
It should be used to fix dings on a car. Why don't you go get that stuff? Put some hair on your car.
That's right.
You got macho cars. That's all your cars need is a little hair on
them. A little hair on the car. Under the wheel wells.
Yeah, right under there. There's a macho car.
So your answer is no. So your answer is no, you're not going on CB.
My answer is joking around about the competition on cable.
But how can you ever... But you should step...
I don't know what...
You don't know what you're going to do? So there's a chance you could be on CBS in a few months.
There's a chance I could be on Radio Moscow, too. You know...
Same thing.
Look at what I am. I'm like the... I'm like the Larry Brown of comedians. I just take a job for a while and then keep moving around.
Of comedians.
Larry Brown is the basketball coach, and probably, you know, you're not a sports guy. You don't.
I went to the Indy 500.
Did you really?
Yeah, I went. Did you watch it? Did you watch cars?
Yeah, I didn't see you there. Where were you sitting?
I was about fifth row up, third over.
I was watching with my girlfriend. She said, "Oh, look, they're all convertibles this year." She, by the way, so you see the wives are on the headsets talking to their husbands as part of the pit crew. If my girlfriend was talking, if I was an Indy driver and she was talking to me, I'd hear stuff like, "Well, when are you going to be done?" "I didn't see you the last lap. Where were you?" I'm in a race, honey, all right?
So, Wendy, so your show premieres tomorrow night?
My show premieres tomorrow night at 10 o'clock on HBO.
You should have me on.
I would love to have you on.
Will you come on? It's about the late night competition. We could have fun.
It's about what goes on in the real world and what it's like backstage.
Yeah,
and
I love the show. It's a great show.
I'd love you to come on and have a fist fight with me.
All right, that would be great. Be great. Garry Shandling. Start this next bit. You know, doesn't Gary's hair look terrific, folks? Now, should I tell him? Can I tell him? This is one of the most famous haircuts in the world. You know who cut this man's hair just a few moments ago?
Christoph, the man who cuts Bill Clinton's hair.
That's right.
Just cut my hair, and I feel like I want to raise everybody's taxes.
Really? Yeah. I guess that does it to you. All righty. Now, according to a report in Prom magazine, the average cost for a couple to go to a school prom in 1993, $1,000 $58. You know that? Did you go to your prom?
I thought it was a little less.
No, no, $1,058. Now, that makes us think, what makes up the other expenses? We got to staff do some research. The fascinating breakdown. You might enjoy
I'm going to watch.
Gary, okay? You can watch on your monitor right there.
Otherwise I just see the back of it.
No, here you go.
I have a crap seat.
We'll start right here.
Oh, this looks nice.
Yeah,
Here's a nice picture.
Yeah. Let's break it down. Here we go.
All right. I am on the show and have to watch it on television. And I'm on the show.
Tow truck expenses to get Dad's car out of the reservoir, $90. Here you go, $110. Emergency room bill for accidentally piercing Date's aorta with corsage pin. That's very common. This is an interesting one. $25 photographer's fee to airbrush out 666 tattoo on the Date's forehead. Lost stupid bet to a guy who really could fit an entire baked potato in his mouth. That's $20. Here's a little-known prom expense, $14 for a hockey mask. That's prom killers only. I should explain that. $100 bail after taking the term moonroof too literally. And $5 for bumper sticker.
That's a good one.
You like that one?
I think that's a good one.
Okay.
Hold on. All right.
Move on. And finally, $5 for bumper sticker that says, if this limo's rockin', don't come knocking. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, be right back right after this. My next guest is a talented actress whom you may know from such films as Pump Up the Volume and This Is My Life. Her newest movie is called Super Mario Brothers, which is in theaters right now. Please welcome Samantha Mathis. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too. You know, I wanted to say my mother and Garry actually worked together.
Really?
On your first show, yes.
On the first series, her mother played Mrs.
Robinson.
Mrs. Robertson. It was a spoof of The Graduate.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that's Mom.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I see they are. See, so your mom would be about Gary's age.
Yeah.
Fascinating. You know, my grandmother worked with Garry also a number of years ago.
The concept of the piece was that her mother, who was older than me...
You don't have to explain, Garry. It's fine. You're Silver. You're Centrum. And your mom, how do you pronounce it? It's BB...
I hope
Bash.
I'm opposite
Bash.
you one day in a time slot.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen.
It comes out.
And you just got back from Disney? Were you Disneyland or Disney World?
Disney World,
Okay.
yes, in
Oh,
Orlando.
World.
Yes, Disney World.
Now, what was going on? Just vacation, or?
No, we did the premiere of Super Mario Brothers at Disney World.
Okay.
Yes, they brought the whole cast and then the producers and the directors and down, and it was great. You know, we did this very kind of hokey parade down the fake Hollywood Boulevard. We sat in the back of convertibles and waved at people who I don't think had any idea who we were. And there were the little babies in strollers looking at us and waving. I was like, thank God someone's waving.
Oh, yeah.
And then we did this, you know, signing in the cement and putting our hands...
Oh, you did that,
to
the hand in the
Yeah,
cement
it was
thing?
in the wrong state. It was in Orlando, not the
it's
real Groman
the spirit of the
sightings.
thing.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah.
So your hands are now immortalized in cement. There you go.
Forever.
You know, you could be in New York, not pay back a loan, and get the same thing. You know, so... Stop. Now, I first became aware of you, I guess, from Pump Up the Volume. Was that the first sort of big hit for you?
That was the first big hit for me, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the first film that I did. The first job I
Oh, that was your first
actually-
film?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good. So there you got a lot of notice out of that one.
Yeah,
I assumed you'd done a bunch of other things, and that was one that sort of pushed you over the top.
I'd done some television before that, but that was the first film that I did where people really noticed me.
What, TV movie things? Like
TV
that?
movies, you know, series, things like that.
What
yeah.
series? What series?
The first job I ever did was a pilot that went to series which was called Aaron's Way, where I played an Amish girl. You know, Merlin Olsen, the ex-football player,
Oh,
was
right,
the
right.
FTD Flora guy.
Oh, I think I remember this,
He was
yeah.
Dad, and it was kind of like
Maybe you'd
Little
like
House
to
on
take
the
a
Prairie.
shot at the Amish, Jay.
No. Let me see, Merlin. Merlin Olsen. He's about Gary's age.
You know, her mother happens to be beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Isn't
Thank
she?
you.
She's
Yes,
a gorgeous
she is
woman.
a beautiful woman.
Lovely woman.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes. So she and I are actually going to...
Don't ever look this way. You just stay right in there with
Oh, okay. She and I are actually going to work together, which I'm very excited about. Next year,
what are you going to do?
We're going to do a play together. We're going to do The Diary of Anne Frank, which actually my grandmother was an actress, and she was in the original Diary of Anne Frank. She played Anne's mother in the film and in the play.
Wow.
So now next year at the George Street Theater in New Brunswick, New Jersey, my mother and I are going to do a play
that's pretty good.
together.
So that's 3 generations of actresses.
3 generations, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Now, you had, I guess it was Pump Up the Volume. There was that one sort of topless scene that you had there. Did you?
Yeah.
How was your mom about that? Was she a bit skittish and saying?
She was just as surprised as I was. I have to tell you, when I went in and had the audition, they said, "Oh no, no, we're not going to do the topless scene. We know it's in the script, but you know, we'll do something else. We'll rewrite the scene." And they came to me the night before. We were on a night shooting schedule. They come to me at 4:30 in the morning. The director comes to me and says, "You know, we really want to shoot the topless scene." And here it is at 4:30 in the morning. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
So I ended up doing it, and it ended up being fine, actually.
So, assuming if a guy called you at 4:30 in the morning, no, that's.
Yeah.
I remember they did that to Ned Beatty in Deliverance. Same thing. He had no idea. You know, they said, Ned, it's getting late. Listen, could you help us out, the 2 guys? Fellas, you want to come in here? Well, tell me about Super Mario Bros. Now, I haven't had a chance to see this one, but I assume it's based on the video game, right?
It's based on the video game, the idea being that it's a prequel to the video game.
Oh, okay.
That it's the idea that inspired these guys to make the video game. So the basic gist of it is the 2 Mario brothers, Mario and Luigi, they're 2 plumbers in Brooklyn. They meet this girl, Princess Daisy.
Right.
And she's a paleontologist.
Right.
She's digging at a site in Brooklyn where these relics of dinosaurs. And what's actually happened is a meteorite crashed at this spot 63 million years ago.
Right.
And it created a parallel dimension that's very twisted and very dark.
As
and that's
so
where
often
she's...
happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let's take a look. We have a clip here. Does this need some... Here we are. Let's see. Samantha Mathis. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Be right back right after this. This is his CD right here. Plays the music of Mickey Katz, Richie Schwartz, and Gregor Kitzes. Thanks for sitting in, you guys. Nice job. Thank you very, very much. As I said, that's on CD. Samantha Mathis, thank you very, very much. The movie is Super Mario Brothers. Thank you, Samantha. And Garry Shandling, ladies and gentlemen. Garry Shandling.
Tomorrow night, HBO.
Awesome. New Miserable Experience. We gotta go. See you later.